What's up, guys? So for today's video, we're gonna go over 5 common diet mistakes and ways you can help fix them. On my Instagram poll the other day, I asked you guys whether diet or training was your issue, and a lot of you guys said that the diet was the issue. So hopefully this video helps you guys out a lot. It gives you guys some insight as to some of the areas that you are struggling with. Because of these 5 reasons, if you're struggling with even just 1, 2, or all of the issues, this video should help you out a lot. Before we get started, I wanted to also mention that I did a training video earlier this week. So if you guys are having issues with your training, go ahead and check that video out. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next videos coming up soon. Mistake number 1 is not getting enough protein in. Protein is very important for many reasons, not just for building muscle. In addition to building muscle, it also is important for your recovery. You can't recover properly with not enough protein. Also, for a sedentary person, getting enough protein for just basic bone health is very important. So regardless of what your fitness level is or what your goal is, you need protein. How much protein do you need per day? Well, that depends on each person and their goals. For example, an active individual looking to build some muscle, somewhere around 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is sufficient. But if you're on a weight loss goal and you're looking to also maximize muscle or maintain muscle, you want to be a little bit higher, just because one of the benefits of a high protein intake is the satiating factor. It makes you feel very full. For a serious bodybuilder, it's going to be a little bit higher, somewhere a little bit over 1 gram per pound of body weight, sometimes in extreme cases close to 2 grams per pound of body weight. And that's again because when you're losing weight and you're in a calorie deficit for an extended period of time, protein will make you feel much more full so you can withstand some of the challenges of a calorie deficit. Some examples of good protein sources include egg whites, lean chicken breast, lean turkey breast, lean beef. You could also go with a protein powder for convenience. So in this case, you can go with the Isoject from Evogen. The mint chocolate chip flavor is delicious. The s'mores flavor is really good as well. And if you grew up living on Cinnamon Toast Crunch like I did as a kid, you could even have a cinnamon crunch flavored protein powder. Use code THERIPTER to go ahead and save and take advantage of some protein powder. And if you're vegan, you're still in luck. You can go and have some vegan protein powder. Other examples for protein sources for a vegan would be something like black beans or Seitan sausages. There's plenty of options there too. You just have to be a little bit more creative if you're vegan. Mistake number 2 is not enough fiber. Believe it or not, fiber is really important to help with your digestion. And in addition to that, it makes you feel very full, just like protein powder. But this is the fiber I take before bed, just to make sure I get my fiber requirements. But some examples of good fiber sources would be dark vegetables, such as something like broccoli. You can also go with fruit, like berries. Black beans is another great option because it's a combination of protein and fiber. You could also go with oats. The recommended amount of fiber for a female, according to the US Department of Agriculture, is 25 to 28 grams per day. And for a male, 30 to 34 grams per day. This supplement right here actually has 9 grams in 1 scoop. I personally take this in the morning and at night to get more than enough protein throughout my day. So 2 scoops right there. First meal and last meal would equate to around 18 grams. Mistake number 3 is not enough fats. And this more so applies to people that are a little bit more experienced with tracking food, especially those that are used to anabolic recipes that are low calorie, high protein. The problem with the low fat, low calorie diets is that if your daily fat intake is a little bit too low, you're going to have issues with your hormone health and potentially your male testosterone levels. You want to have foods that have a moderate amount of fat in your diet, at least enough to balance out throughout the day. Some good fat sources are salmon, eggs, top sirloin steak. You could also go with peanut butter, avocado, healthy fats. I really like the option of salmon, eggs, and steak because they're also protein sources. Mistake number 4 is not tracking your food. I highly encourage you guys to download MyFitnessPal and get familiar with that app and start tracking how many calories you're eating per day. It's also important to keep an eye on how much protein you have throughout the day and also your fats and carbohydrates, just to make sure that everything is balanced in the healthy range. If you find tracking overwhelming at first, the very least you can do is get very familiar with nutritional labels at the grocery store. If you go ahead and look at the nutritional labels a lot closer, you'll see that some of your favorite healthy foods are actually very high calorie dense. And it's okay to eat healthy fats, and it's good to eat healthy fats, but you just need to be very mindful of how much calories is in each item that you choose to eat. For example, being aware of how many calories are in just a few almonds, even though almonds have health benefits, or a tablespoon of peanut butter is very important. Some people could think that they're eating a healthy salad and then suddenly they get a dressing and they realize that this dressing is caked on the salad. And suddenly they're eating 400 calories of dressing without even blinking an eye. Some of your favorite snacks that aren't healthy and you already mindfully know they're unhealthy, when you look at the back label, don't just look at this. Look at how small the serving size is. In this case, 12 small chips is almost 200 calories. That right there is very detrimental for your weight loss, so be sure to understand how many calories you're putting into your body so you can assist yourself best with goals. Mistake number 5 is having junk food in the house. You should get this food out of the house, and if you can't get it out of the house and you have a family member that likes to cook unhealthy foods or they live an unhealthy lifestyle, if they care about you enough, you can ask them to just get the food out of sight. For example, let's say you have a guilty pleasure and you love chips, Lay's, Ruffles, whatever it is. Go ahead and have them hide it for you. Put it in a spot where you can't see it, out of sight, out of mind, or just get that food out of the house. Also notice how in this entire video, I never said anything negative about carbohydrates. You know, you hear a lot of bad trainers out there that talk about how carbs are bad and you need to avoid carbs. That's simply not the case. Weight loss and weight gain is determined by how many total calories you have per day. Obviously, there's going to be some underlying factors that can make it a little bit more difficult for certain people, but at the end of the day, it's possible for anyone to lose weight. You just have to understand some of the keys and some of the driving forces for your success. I want to follow that up by saying make sure you have some high quality carbohydrates in your diet, such as sweet potato, oats, foods that have good quality complex carbohydrates and health benefits. The potential issue for some low quality carbohydrates is that it's not going to satisfy you, and oftentimes people crave to have more and more of it. With low quality food, it's an unsatisfying feeling and it's very easy to continue to eat and to binge on something that tastes good. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Recently, my diet has changed quite a bit, so in the near future, I intend to do a full day of eating because a lot has changed since we did our last full day of eating. And comment what you want to see more of too, because my upload frequency is definitely going to be going up. Share this video with someone who needs it. You know, there's a lot of people struggling with their diet and there's a lot of really good tips in this video as well. And it helps me out as well. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!